Hello again. So, there's a little update with my electric XP 2.0 bike. I posted a video showing some aftermarket lights, like just some light strips I put on the sides, so I could have better visibility at night. And as you can see, if you did happen to watch that, you can notice that they're not really there anymore, and that's because I did a little upgrade, or at least I like to think it's an upgrade. I replaced the light strips that I had with these like faux neon, like rope lights, whatever you want to call them. They're basically just way better, like with the diffusion, so it kind of looks like just one big neon bar. And I have that on both sides, and I kind of just super glued them, and you can see didn't do the best job, but you know, it was probably gonna end up looking like that anyway, considering I ride this every day, and you know, sometimes in the rain, and not really all the time on pavement, so it's gonna get dirty at some point. I also have this light. I'm waiting for a splitter for that, so I can use the original headlight connector again. So that's the original one, and that's what's powering these now, just like in the last video. So I want to get a splitter and then just kind of slot these two in the same one. Of course there's going to be some slack, but that's not the point. The point is I'll have another working headlight, but the other problem I'm facing right now is this thing's super bright, and you can see the LEDs are facing outward directly, like directly out instead of being reflected out. And I'm no scientist, I'm no optician, whatever you want to call them. I'm no physicist, but I feel like you can go blind looking directly at that. So my plan is to try and mount it here where the front rack mount goes. Like the front rack can mount into these, and I saw someone they had a GoPro mount that goes here, and I'm gonna try and make the same thing but for this light, and then I can kind of point it further down but still get a lot of view of the road, or visuality, I don't know what the word is, and get a good good vision on the road. Still, visibility, that's the word. Sorry, it's 2 a.m. I kind of did this on a whim, and I've been a little restless until I got it done, and just kind of tired. But anyway, with the new lights that are, in my opinion, cleaner than the old ones, there's also some wiring that, in my opinion, is also cleaner. So I used to have like a little box here that would control what color the lights are, but since I just went with blue, like straight blue, to reduce the complexity and also not have, like, I wasn't using anything but blue, so might as well put all the power to making them blue, you know. So now they're a little brighter, and there's no controller to make them different colors, so that went away, and it looks a lot better now, in my opinion. The only thing that's wrong with the wiring right now is, you see this little red, I was going to cover that with electrical tape because it's where one of the solder joints is. It's a little gnarly looking in there, but it should be fine. They're all waterproof. I put heat shrink over all the solder joints, so I should be fine. But it just kind of looks weird with that little red bit there, so might as well just be extra safe and cover that up. But I couldn't find my electrical tape, so that's why that's there like that right now, but it still works. This is the plug for the LEDs. Let's see if I can do this with one hand. Yeah. And that is the plug for the buck converter that was featured in the last video. Yeah, so this is like, I don't know, this is some kind of trailer cable. It has 2 wires going in and out. That's all I needed it for. So I used that to go down here. I guess in retrospect, could have used something smaller. Could have just used another barrel plug. But I didn't. Honestly, I have no good reason. I kind of was just dumb when I did the first one. Maybe if I ever reattempt this, then that'll be fixed. But for now, it works. So if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And the only reason I fixed the non-broken LEDs is because I didn't like how they looked. And I don't care how this looks. This kind of looks fine. It's all black on black anyway, so you can't really see it. Especially when the lights are on, because it's at night. And all you'll see is these big blue things. And speaking of that, I guess I should show you how they look. Turn the bike on. They work through the normal headlights, so no spoilers yet, but I'll turn the lights off and then show you how it looks. Because the headlight's out of commission for now, been using this little flashlight thing. Gets the job done, and it's nice that I can tilt this up and down. One thing I don't like is it's an extra button. That's why I like integrating everything, making it all work in harmony, you know? But yeah, so let's see what the lights look like in the dark. Oh, wrong light switch. Alright, so get the bike here. I'm gonna turn the lights on. And boom. Look at that. You can't, the video doesn't really do it justice, but you can imagine how bright that would be. Like, it's really blue too. It's a nice blue. And it kind of looks white on the picture, but you can see no other light sources in the room, except I guess that. I'll close my door. There we go. Turn that off. So all the light you see, other than that night light over there and under my door, that's all coming from the bike. And that's surely going to be visible at night, and that's what I care about the most. Yeah, it looks cool, of course. It kind of reminds me of Tron. I mean, everyone would say that. Like, I know I'm a normie for saying that, but, you know, electric bike, you know, Tron kind of go a little bit hand in hand, you know. Now I just need to figure out the hollow wheels and I'll be good. But yeah, tail light's still in. I was looking for a replacement for that because I just wanted it a little brighter, or maybe wider at least. But funnily enough, you guys will never believe this, but the cheap Chinese parts that are on these bikes, they aren't really, there's not really a big variety of them. So like when you get a cheaper e-bike, like, you know, electric, their bikes are made to be budget friendly. That's like their whole thing, their whole business model. So of course they're gonna get cheaper parts, and I'm okay with that, you know. I'd rather spend, you know, less than $1,000 on the base bike and then do my own stuff to it. So that's good there. But, you know, it gets a little annoying when there's like, that headlight was hard enough to find, and I don't even know if I'll be able to use it. You know, I'm scared that, like, when I mount it, it's still going to have the problem of blinding people. And I've been looking for replacement headlights, and there's really only the original electric model one, like the little round one that came with the bike. You can get the upgraded headlight from them, I guess, but they're still not good. Like, I was looking for something like 1,000 lumens spread like this, not like this. And I don't like all the ones that go like this. You know what I mean? No spread. It's just like a spotlight, and it's ridiculous. I'm trying to ride at night on the roads. I need to see where I'm going. I need people to see me. But I'm willing to pay the price for it too. Like, I get that this bike, you know, not everyone's going to need the stupid lights on the side. But yeah, sorry I'm ranting. But, you know, it just sucks that there's not many good options that I was able to find easily, at least. You know, like maybe there are good options that I just couldn't find, but that's the problem, is like, maybe it's different in other countries, but at least in America, the United States, someone put it really well on Reddit, bike culture is not a really big thing here. So there's not a lot of need for all that. So the stuff you can get is through Amazon. Comes from China, of course. You know, not that coming from China is the bad part, but the bad part is that they're just really cheap products. And I don't like that. That's why I have to resort to doing things myself sometimes. But whatever. Anyway, this is what the bike looks like. I guess real quick again. Hold the light, turn it off. Absolutely nothing can be seen. You can see a little light over there if your screen's maxed out at brightness, maybe. The reflection from the night light in the hallway. But I'm gonna keep facing towards the kitchen, turn the light on. Boom. See the tail light come on a little bit earlier. I think that's because the buck converter takes a little bit to kind of not warm up, but you get what I mean, like start up. But whole room is now illuminated. It's great. And another thing, I guess another update. Not that that's what the video is about, but there we go. I did get a new bag. It's a really nice little bag. Doesn't go anywhere. Like the front slides a little bit, but you know, it's not really a big deal. I had like the cargo bags before, and they were down here and they were making noise sometimes, and I was afraid that the little straps were gonna get caught in the spokes or something, maybe. I don't know. It was just, I didn't like the bag that came with the bike as much. It was a nice bag. It had a lot of room, but I just don't need that much room because I'm only going to school on this right now. So if I ever need the big bag again, I'll just use it. But for now, this is a much better bag. I got the Kryptonite bike lock in there. A little hand pump. Useless, but in case of emergency. Won't be useless if I'm in an emergency. I can put my phone in here if I want to, because sometimes I go to school in like sweatpants and I don't want my phone falling out, so put all my stuff in there. Could put just anything I want in there, really. Little lucky penny I found today. Just put it in there, and boom. And it's waterproof too, I think. It was raining once and nothing inside got wet unless it was already outside. So I think it's waterproof. I should have the remote from the old strips in here still, which I won't need anymore. Maybe I already took it out. I have this bag. Yeah, speaking of rain, I came up with this cool hack. Don't know if you guys know, but plastic bags are waterproof. And if you don't want your seat to be wet, you just do that. And you can keep your bike out in the rain if you have to. And at least when you get back, your seat won't get wet, and then your butt won't get wet. You don't want wet butt cheeks while you're riding the bike. It's gross. So it's the cheapest solution. And I was like, you know, it's not even a big deal. But I was proud of myself thinking of that. Solving my little problems, you know. I guess you can like tighten this down if you want to. I don't know if you're supposed to put something in here or it's supposed to close the bag up, but I guess it kind of just looks cool. It looks sporty, you know. I also got a mirror finally. You know, and I keep it loose up here. You could technically tighten it. There's like a screw in there, but on the other side you can tighten it. Like there's like a set screw there, and then another screw there. Similarly, on the other side of this, you can move it. I can't twist it because this one's tight, but I can move this this ball joint in and out. So if I can fold it in if I'm like riding around campus and I don't want to look like a dork. No, I'm kidding. I don't care. But I also just fold it in because it looks a little nicer anyway. And then ironically, or funnily enough, this little extra bit of room that the bike would take up when the mirror's out gets in the way of the door when I'm trying to bring my bike out. And the only reason I don't keep it outside all the time is because I don't feel like taking the battery out every night and charging it by itself when it's like below freezing, because you're not really supposed to do that with like lithium batteries. So I just bring the whole bike in because I'm fortunate enough where we have enough room. Just shove it on this wall, like against the wall basically. Charge it up if I need to, and then I'm good to go. But yeah. So that's it for this. I'm really happy with how the new lights came out. They look really clean if you don't look very close. But yeah, just maybe a 3-hour project. I had to go out to Sheetz just to get a lighter because I ran out of lighter fluid or fuel in my other lighter, and I needed to shrink the heat shrink. So I was like, oh, I don't even have my heat gun here. And nowhere is open at 12 o'clock where I can get a damn heat gun. So I just went and I got a lighter, and it actually worked out. So pretty cool. Little adventure. All right, well, that's it for this video. Just a little bit about the lights and other stuff on my bike. I'll probably just post another video just showing the lights off without commentary. But this is kind of just a video explaining some of the stuff and how I did it and why I did it. Yet again, there's the buck converter shell that we made, my friend David and I. There's a link to Thingiverse where we posted the 3D model for that if you want to print one, because we actually 3D printed that. It's like pretty close to the dimensions of that one buck converter, but I'm sure a lot of them are either smaller or the same size. So if you want to try it out. But yeah, that's it for this video. See you later, and have a good night.